Okay, so you're researching fertility treatment options.
And you're finding that cost is a major factor.
Mhm.
It's no small thing, right?
Right.
And then you start seeing articles about Eastern Europe,
Yeah.
clinics popping up with surprisingly affordable rates.
Yeah.
It almost seems too good to be true, doesn't it?
It's interesting because it's not just about the sticker shock of those lower prices.
Right.
Eastern Europe is making genuine strides in the field of fertility treatment.
Yeah.
We're talking advanced facilities, highly skilled specialists.
Mm-hmm.
It's a whole different landscape than it was even a few years ago.
So it's not just a budget option.
Yeah.
It's becoming a destination for its quality, too.
Exactly. And that's drawing people from all over the world.
Wow.
Today, we're going to be diving deep into this report on fertility treatment costs in Eastern Europe for 2024.
Okay.
It covers everything from IUI and IVF to egg and sperm donation and even embryo adoption.
Okay.
So no matter where you are in your research process, this will give you a solid understanding of what to expect financially and medically.
Music to my ears. I love a good deep dive.
Let's start with Bulgaria.
Okay.
This report highlights them as a leader in affordability, especially when it comes to egg donation.
And they have the numbers to back it up. Did you know someone considering egg donation in Bulgaria could save thousands of euros compared to clinics in Western Europe?
Really?
We're talking potentially starting at 3,500 euros for egg donation IVF,
Wow.
which is incredibly significant when you think about the overall financial burden of fertility treatment.
Wow, those savings could be life-changing for someone.
Absolutely.
Speaking of cost differences, this report also dives into Romania.
Romania is a really interesting case study because they offer a really wide range of treatment options.
So Romania, they're making a name for themselves as being inclusive, offering treatments like IUI starting at just 200 euros.
Right.
That's remarkably affordable, even compared to other countries in Eastern Europe.
Mm-hmm.
But then you look at egg donation, IVF, in Romania, and the price jumps up considerably,
Yeah.
between 6,000 and 6,500 euros.
Right.
It begs the question, what's contributing to that gap?
That's a sharp observation.
It highlights how much variation there can be even within a single country.
Right.
In Romania's case, several factors come into play.
Okay.
For one, the cost of living is a big one.
Mm-hmm.
It generally costs less to run a clinic in Romania than in, say, Spain or the UK.
Makes sense.
That difference is reflected in the lower cost of IUI, which is a less complex procedure overall.
Right.
However, when we're talking about egg donation IVF, the price tag reflects not only the medical procedures themselves,
Right.
but also factors like donor compensation and specialized personnel.
Okay.
Those elements contribute to a higher overall cost.
It's a reminder that costs can be really nuanced.
Mhm.
There's no one-size-fits-all answer.
Right.
Now, shifting gears geographically, the Czech Republic caught my attention because they offer this thing called a tandem IVF cycle.
Okay.
You might have come across this in your research.
Yep.
It's where they use both your own eggs and donor eggs within the same IVF cycle.
Mm-hmm.
For someone who's unsure about egg donation or maybe has lower ovarian reserves,
Right.
it feels like a way to keep multiple doors open at once.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it speaks to the growing range of options available in these clinics.
Mhm.
The Czech Republic in particular has become known for its transparency in pricing
Okay.
and for clinics that are really willing to work with individual needs and preferences.
It's like they're saying, we're not going to force you into one box. Let's figure out the approach that makes the most sense for you.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So we've talked about Bulgaria, Romania,
Mm-hmm.
the Czech Republic.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this report also gives us insights into cost ranges for IVF and IUI in other countries.
Okay.
Poland, Slovenia, Slovakia, Hungary, Greece, Croatia.
Wow. That's a lot.
And each country has a unique legal framework surrounding these treatments.
Okay.
For example, some countries allow for sex selection when using donor sperm or eggs,
Interesting.
while others have strict regulations against it.
Okay.
It highlights why thorough research is so crucial.
Definitely. You can't just look at price tags in isolation.
Right. You've got to understand the legal landscape of each country to make sure it aligns with your personal values and goals.
Exactly.
It's a lot to navigate.
Yeah.
Which brings me to my next question.
Okay.
This report does a great job breaking down costs. But there's so much more to this journey than just finances, right?
Absolutely.
What about success rates?
What about the emotional roller coaster of fertility treatment,
Yeah.
especially when you're considering doing it abroad?
You've hit the nail on the head.
We can't underestimate the human side of this equation.
Right.
Success rates are definitely a top concern, and most reputable clinics will readily share that data with you,
Okay.
often publishing it right on their websites.
That makes sense.
However, it's crucial to remember that those rates are influenced by a myriad of factors.
All right. Including a patient's age, their overall health, the specific treatments being used.
Okay.
It's never a guarantee.
So while it's important to look at those figures,
Right.
it's not the be-all and end-all of choosing a clinic. You're looking for a place that feels like the right fit for you, your individual circumstances, your comfort level.
Exactly. You're looking for a clinic that prioritizes open communication,
Okay.
that has experience treating people from diverse backgrounds,
Mm-hmm.
and that aligns with your personal values.
Okay.
It's about more than just the medical procedures. It's
Yeah.
about feeling supported, heard, and respected throughout the entire journey.
Feeling safe both medically and emotionally.
Yes.
It makes you think about the logistics, too.
Right.
If you're traveling to another country for treatment, how do you even begin to research and vet clinics from afar?
That's where due diligence is paramount.
Right.
It's tempting to go with the first clinic that offers a seemingly great price.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't book a vacation without reading reviews.
Right.
The same principle applies here, only the stakes are much higher.
Oh, absolutely.
So treat it like you're planning the most important trip of your life, because you are.
Precisely.
Thoroughly explore clinic websites. Read patient testimonials.
Okay.
And don't be afraid to go beyond the testimonials curated by the clinic itself.
Right.
Look for independent forums, Facebook groups, online communities where people share their unfiltered experiences.
It's about getting the full picture, warts and all.
Exactly.
And don't hesitate to reach out to multiple clinics with your questions.
Yeah.
Communication is key. See how responsive they are, how clearly they address your concerns, how well they understand your unique situation.
It sounds like finding the right clinic is almost like online dating for fertility treatment.
You're looking for that right connection, that sense of trust and understanding.
Yeah.
And just like with dating, it might take time to find the right match, but it's time well invested.
Right.
You're not just choosing a clinic, you're choosing a team to be in your corner during a really significant chapter of your life.
And that team extends beyond the doctors and nurses.
Right.
Think about the emotional and logistical support you might need throughout this process.
Okay.
Potentially far from your usual network,
Yeah.
will you need a translator?
What will your living arrangements be like?
These practical considerations can have a huge impact on your overall experience.
It's a lot to think about.
Yeah. But like you said, knowledge is power.
It is.
The more prepared you are, the better equipped you'll be to navigate the complexities of fertility tourism.
Absolutely. And remember, even though this report focuses on costs,
Right.
don't let finances be the sole deciding factor.
Okay.
Your emotional well-being and your peace of mind are just as important as any price tag.
I love that you said that.
It's about finding the right balance, the right clinic, the right treatment plan, the right support system, all within a budget that feels manageable for you.
I think that's a great place to leave it.
Yeah, it really makes you think. This report gives us a snapshot of the current landscape.
Right.
But with all these advancements in technology and this push for transparency,
Yeah.
how do you see the world of fertility tourism evolving in the coming years?
That's the million-dollar question. Right.
But I think we're already seeing some exciting trends.
Okay.
Platforms like oview.com, where this report is published, are playing a huge role in making information more readily available.
Right.
Previously, people might have spent hours, days, even scouring the internet for basic details about clinics' cost success rates.
Oh, yeah.
Now you have these centralized resources that consolidate a lot of that information in one place.
It's like the democratization of fertility information.
Exactly.
And with that increased transparency, I anticipate we'll see even more competition among clinics that could translate to more competitive pricing, innovative treatment options,
Right.
and ultimately a greater emphasis on patient-centered care.
So a win for everyone involved, hopefully.
That's the goal.
And I think this shift also empowers patients to be more discerning in their choices. They're not just accepting the first option presented to them.
Right.
They're doing their research, asking tough questions, and advocating for their needs.
It's about taking control of your own fertility journey.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's a powerful shift.
Well said. This has been such an eye-opening conversation.
It has.
We've covered a lot of ground, from the ins and outs of fertility tourism to the specific considerations for Eastern European countries.
Yeah.
If you're listening to this and feeling overwhelmed, just remember, knowledge is power. Take it one step at a time, do your research, and most importantly, don't be afraid to advocate for yourself and your dream of building a family.
I couldn't agree more. There are so many resources available, and the landscape is constantly evolving.
Right.
The journey might feel daunting at times. But with the right information and support, it's possible to navigate these complexities and create the family you've always envisioned.
Beautifully said. And if you want to explore these options further, I highly recommend checking out ovu.com. They have a wealth of resources, including a free, quote, tool that lets you connect directly with clinics.
Wow.
It's a great starting point for anyone considering this path.
It really is an invaluable resource in this day and age.
It certainly is. Well, that about wraps up our deep dive into the world of fertility treatment costs in Eastern Europe.
We hope you found this information insightful and empowering. Until next time, keep diving deep, keep asking questions, and never give up on your dreams.